Good morning, all. How is everyone today? It's Monday. Bit of a weird experience today. Because we seem to have an echo. Which is odd. No one is here, so they can't tell, which is good. Of course, no one is here means they can't help me solve the problem. Very strange. Oh, no, that's fine. I've got two monitors going. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, does it sound better if I move the mic to the right place, though? Who knows? Okay, good. Right. Let's put it there. Good morning, everyone. Now we shall start. Auspicious day. In fact, yeah, so I've got my tea, as you can see, and more importantly, I have a brand new computer. Don't think we need that anymore. We know it's working. That's good. So, I've got a brand new computer, which is sitting on my desk. It's a desktop. Unusual. It's an iMac Pro. Many cores, much RAM, and most importantly, really quiet. You just can't hear this thing. I'm streaming. I've got Streamlabs OBS running. I've got Golang running. I've got all my usual stuff running. And you can't hear it. How awesome is that? I can't hear it here. I'm guessing that we'll be able to actually stream at better rates. So that might be related to my upstream to the internet rather than the actual computer. That is really cool. Pleased about that. Now, this computer's not set up yet, so minor little things like having a mute switch, not set up yet, so that's going to be complicated. So I need to look at that at some point. Also need to move the camera a little bit and move it slightly to that way a bit more front on, because I'd like to be able to use my standing desk, and I've realised that there's a shelf above where I sit. And if I was to raise my stand desk at the moment, what would happen is that we would hit the shelf and I'd be all sad. So we can't do that. So the plan is just to do a little bit of Go today, just get our act together. I expect things won't work very well. There's a new keyboard on this thing. I don't know if you can see it. Get up and show you. Look, new keyboard. Awesome new keyboard. Problem with new keyboard, of course, is that all the keys are in a different place. So this one is what's called a full-size keyboard, and show you the bits I'm having trouble with. See that? Do that there. This key here is the control key, and I'm used to having the function key here and the control key about here, then the option key and then the command. So there's normally 4 keys here rather than 3, and I'm forever pressing that key when I mean this key, so that is going to be a struggle. The other interesting struggle is this section here. So you can see I've got a nice big full-size set of cursor keys. But my normal keyboard, they're about here, because it's a laptop keyboard. The net result is that when I do an up arrow key, I expect to be able to reach ahead and press, or reach up and press the enter key. The enter key is now to the left. So I'm expecting some trouble here. I'm having trouble with being offset a lot. I'm pressing keys here wrong because I've just not got my hands in the right place. Hopefully over time I'll get my act together on this and actually be able to use this keyboard properly. Certainly at the moment it's a struggle. So there you go, that's the problems we're having. Now, to have a message, let's have a quick look at what the message is. Absolutely no interest whatsoever, so that's fine. Right, let's get going and do a very little bit of coding, but not very much today, because as I say, I'm not really knowing what's going on. Got Goland running though. Also, you notice I'm using the Dart theme on the Mac today. It's mostly an experiment to see what happens. Don't know if it's going to work well or not, but it's worth the experiment, I felt. We'll see how well we do. Let's start. Oh, okay. There we go. Let's do that. I don't know hub switch enabled. That'd be fun. Swapping apps is going to be more interesting than normal. So let's start our item. We're on the radio app. Hopefully you can read that. Do I need to increase that size a little bit? Yeah, I need a presentation profile. That would be clever, wouldn't it? Out there. You might actually just watch me set things up, mightn't you? So I think we're going to need a resolution. Now let's try. There. I'm looking on my other screen now to see what size is. I think that's a bit easier to read at that size. So let's create a profile for that size. So we'll duplicate this one. Okay, profile. Rename it to Streaming. Have a shortcut key. Control Command. I don't use Control Command very often, so that's probably quite safe. Control Command 2. We'll make the default Command 1 and 2. See if that works. Why not? It might do. I don't think we read badges or tags, do you? Let's not do that. What we want is text size. This says text size 14. I think we need that to be 18. We try that. I wonder if you can do 1, 2. Okay. What I really want to do is change profile of current tab. Possible. Maybe you can't do that. Session. Jump to this session. Oh, there we go. I need to have to do that rather than the other keyboard shortcut. That would be more useful actually. So what we're actually more interested in is how do we change the current iTurns profile to a different one? There's default. There's streaming. Oh, streaming could be a little bit bigger. Let's go to that profile. Streaming. We can reorder these. Here we can. Set the text. That was 18. Let's put it to 20. So that's my streaming profile. Keys. Maybe you can do it in keys. Click shortcut to activate a window. To activate a tab. I never activate windows, but if we ever did, we could do. Fine. I don't think I would remap any modifiers either. Oh, I could imagine like command being useful to move to something else. Right. Ah, look. Change profile. Oh, look, there we go. Change profile to default. Yeah. And let's do the same thing again. Not that one. The other keys are all around the wrong way as well. We're going to confuse ourselves terribly. We shall see. This is the fun of having a whole new computer setup. I have to admit, I am really, really liking the fact I cannot hear the computer, even though I'm streaming. On my old 2013 MacBook Pro that I was using, boy, could you hear it. So if you're in the channel and you're listening to what's going on, let me know if it sounds okay. Looks okay. So let's add a keyboard shortcut for Control Command 2 for the streaming profile, which means that we now need to go back to profiles and go back to default, general, turn off keyboard shortcuts here because I don't need a keyboard shortcut to start a profile. I just need to swap a profile. Here's our profile. So Shift Control 1, Shift Control 2. Oh, look at that. How awesome is that? So there we go. We now have the correct size text that you can now see nice and easily, hopefully within the window. I wonder what we were doing. Does anyone remember what we were doing? You know what we were doing? Status. On branch 8, add to album. So we must have, let's go to Safari. Here's GitHub. Acrobat Rodeo. Let's have a look. What are we doing? Let's go. Right, okay, so issues. Yes. 8. There's 8. Support -- album. So 8 is this one here. Support -- album ID for upload. It's clearly assigned to me. I don't seem to have a pull request for it yet. No pull requests. So this looks to be what we're doing. And we've got untracked file of idea, so that tells me my .gitignore is not set up yet. So probably need to do something about that as well at some point. Obviously don't want to pick up idea. That's my Goland folder, and I don't connect that to my project. So let's get diff command upload.go and have a look. So we added an errors. So we've added a new flag. Added a blank line there. We don't want a blank line there, so let's go to Go. That's not Goland. That's Goland. What's the keyboard shot? What we're looking for? Upload.go. Scroll down. I have to think about this. what do we call this? This theme. I don't like that red. I have to look for a new theme. Not too impressive, that theme. Right, so we added new flag. We added. Oh look, there's like a green one. Let's do that. So we don't want that. We've got the page going as well. Yeah, a whole load of git config stuff I need to sort out, clearly. Right, so we had the album. And now here we're reading the value of album. Oh, this is helpful. We've commented it. So that looks right. And then we're passing it through to upload file. At some point we've got to do something about this to make this optional, I think. We don't necessarily want to keep passing in all these settings, so I think we're going to need a structure soon for upload settings. And put them all in the one place. And we've added a new function called get Flickr client above upload file. I think maybe I should put it below. Upload. Is it control down? Yeah. Let's move this function. No upload file. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, I really don't like that red. Not a fan of the slightest. I think we can do better than that. Yeah, and this is all weird, isn't it? Yeah, not a fan of this theme at all. I've got the red light. That's why these are red. Cannot resolve directory github.com. It's upset with me because we haven't done something correct because we've got a whole new system. Usually we need to do go run. What? Go run dot. Let's try that. See what it does. Oh, that was fast. Goodness me, that was quick. Is this happier now? It's not happier. Sync dependencies. Wow, that was quick. We're doing a whole load of download stuff. I think we've got to go mod issues somewhere. Hey, there we go, they're green now. Still have a few things. Rest set date may be null. Oh, we've not checked it. Yes, we have. If is not equal to nil. You'd have thought. Set date error. Date error. Expect. Would find that out. No, it's right. Yeah, no, it is right. Well, that's a valid error. So what's saying there is a given that that's not rest set there. You can't get that error message that way. Is it mine or is it? So let's see what photos.setDates does. It returns a basic response and an error. Do post. Might see error here. Oh no. Let's see what it's saying. It creates a writer body, writes a field, blah, then does do post body. Turns. Okay, so that will now error. If post errors, we'll get a response. When post errors, you request errors. Go back. How do we go back? What? Error new c.do. That one. Oh, this is digging deep into Go here, isn't it? Errors.new. I think that's an error message. Empty string is no errors. So yeah, we do get an error message. I don't have to tell it that's acceptable. I agree with that. Error strings should not be capitalized or end with punctuation. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that. That's something new I've learned. See, I have redundant semicolons. Where's that redundant semicolon? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not wrong. Not both wrong. I don't think GetUp listed. Okay, get album. Yeah, get uploaded thing is not in here. Equipped format. Command. See if that got rid of that red stuff down the bottom here. Looks like it did. That's fine. So get album is new. Oh no, it's look, there we go. That, oh no, we've taken the semicolons off here. Oh yeah, because go format remove them because they're unnecessary. I'm gonna put them back though. No, they need to be done, but not as part of this commit. So let's do a git status. Git add command /upload.go. This go mod's been modified. Git diff go.mod. Want to change there. I was taking go spew out. I quite like spew, so I'm going to leave that there for the time being. Git check git restore, isn't it now? Mod diff go.sum. Put in some stuff we didn't have before, so that's probably needs to be looked at some point. Git status. Okay, so git commit -v. Add support for --album to upload. And uploading to Flickr. Allow support --upload flag. That takes an album ID, takes a Flickr photo set ID, and attaches the uploaded images to it. That's images to that album. There we go. Git push -u origin 8-adhoc. So now let's take out those two. So status add command upload git diff /staged move Necessary. That looks about right. Necessary. Yeah, that's spelled correctly. Unnecessary, not needed. Single C double S. Remove unnecessary. Whoops. Semi-colons. It's one word. I'm having lots of trouble with words today, aren't I? Those two. Yeah, one word. Let's get push that. Now, so now we've uploaded that, let's create the pull request. I've not used GH before, so let's see if that works. PR create -b -- help. Let's look up what the commands are. So that's that go up and down. That. So let's jump up. Okay, so create a pull request on GitHub when the GH PR create -- help. Create a pull request on GitHub. Right, we've already pushed it. We can use title and body to fill them out, or use fill to autofill these values from git commit. So we're going to use -fill. Some flags are -b for base branch, D for draft, don't need that. F for fill, so we want -fill, minus base, right? We don't want to make it for draft. Don't want the head. We don't want to add a label. Don't add a label. We want to add a milestone. -m. I think it's 0.2 and that's milestone, isn't it? What are the milestones? 0.2. No project for this one. Don't want a reviewer. Don't have a title, but we do want to open it on the web. Let's do it that way round. So that I can up arrow to it easier next time. Go. Well, that's interesting. It did not do very well. Support -- album flag when uploading. That has not picked up the commit at all. Unhelpful. Git log -2. Fixes. 8. That's correctly got the milestone down there, you see. Let's commit. There we go. We support the album flag when uploading. And we now have that. QD. Got the files have changed. Added the arrows, we've added the album. We're reading the value of the album, we're passing it through to upload file. The album name. No, it's an album. We actually get the album itself. We actually get the album. Yeah, that's quite clever. At some point we should support multiples, but on for now. All that getting the Flickr client being moved to here to get the client from Get. We've refactored that out. Because we're now using album here, which I'm to add to. We've refactored this to this album. Pointing name clash. There's Get Flickr Client, which is just a refactor. We only attach once. Fix those 2 semicolons, and there's Get Album where we get the album itself. So yeah, that all looks good to me. So back to, I think we can merge that, you know. I don't traditionally merge with the green button, but I need to get better at that, I think. Today. So get status. Get checkout main. Get merge dash. No, fast forward. Date ad hoc. Branch. This closes. That's 20, I think it is. Yeah, 20. Close that. Get push. Origin main. Like so. We can now get branch minus D, 8 ad hoc, and we can get push origin dash delete 8 ad hoc again, and that should delete the branch from the remote as well. There we go. Now, Go Radio now has this new feature. I don't think I'm ready to set up 0.2 release yet, but I think that's coming soon now. Go main, go run dot upload dash help. See there, we've got the flag of the album. We can now add this one to a specific album. I think I'd let support the name of an album first as well. So support the name of album. I think we'll create that as a issue. Yeah. So new issue. Oh. Now use of photo album name dash album uploading an album. Now when uploading to an album, see dash upload parameter the name of album. In which case, actually, it will then ID. Is that more than one double choice? Then either allow the user to select ID or error with list of ID of names and ID. The user can use the correct ID. There we go. And there, that's a bit better. And what I would also like to do is have another one. That's the wrong option. Another title of create creation of a new album when uploading. It would be useful to be able to create album when uploading. I think you can have an album in Flickr without having at least one photo in it, so I'm not putting images. We need error. If this be prompt, be back. There we go. So we've got that noted at least. I think on that note, I'm going to stop. I don't know if anyone watched, but hopefully that was interesting. And we shall meet up again next Monday for some more Go work. Bye-bye.